my hand, no hesitating. When you're just so tired of trying, all alone you feel like hiding. Together we'll keep fighting. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feel this, we're taking the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Can you see the sun is shining like a new hope? Feel it rising, coming over the horizon. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feel this, we're taking the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. There's no stopping.
Wow, I think I stopped right at the beginning. Well, it's almost 7 p.m. It's about a minute away, but I think I timed that pretty good. And I hope you're able to hear me. I think so. Yes, I see the bars go across. And I want to do one more thing. And I have to open this up here because it's the Saturday before St. Paddy's Day. And I have some Irish St. Paddy Day decoration is a sign here. And there's a little, you can't see because the light is kind of bright, but I got a little leprechaun here. And so for my Irish watchers out there, I wish you a very happy and safe St. Paddy's Day. Actually, we're all Irish on St. Paddy's Day, so I wish you the best and a lot of good luck for the new year. I think I'm going to dump the hat because it's not really staying on top of my head. Is it going to come back? But anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day. Okay. And we'll move that out for a second. We might bring that back. But I did not do a live stream last week because, to be quite honest, I've been busy with onboarding with eXp Realty right now. And there's so much to learn. But it's a very high-tech company. And I wanted to make sure my Facebook fan page was changed. I had to make sure my Google page was changed. My real estate website was going to the new eXp Realty real estate website for me. And it was a lot of technical snafus along the way. and I'm not blaming anyone who set up my EXP real estate website, but Facebook is making it very, very difficult to change your name on the business page. And I really had to create a new one. And I'll probably next week show my Facebook business page is actually just facebook.com/real estate with Mr. G. Okay. And Mr. is just MRG. And there's no more blog on it. That one still exists, but it has my old company name on it. And I'm trying to not remove it without somehow merging the likes. So this is the high-tech world. I want to keep those likes. It's almost 1,000, and I want to keep it. So, but actually next week I'll make a note. I'll put a link on the page. I could actually still type it up. But again, it's facebook.com/real estate with MRG, and that's it. No .blog. Okay? If you could like that, that would make me very happy. All right. So I've been busy with that. I wanted to bring in a couple other things before we get into the meat of the matter. And the stimulus checks went out actually last night. I saw it go into my account. It's actually going to clear on St. Patty's Day. And I don't know if Biden did that because he's Irish and he wanted to clear on that day. I'm assuming everybody, well, I guess it depends on your banking system. Maybe some people got it Friday and already cleared it. But I see it coming in, but it will clear on the 17th. And in many of my earlier live stream broadcasts, I said two things we have to do is to give out another stimulus check or a package where we extend the time for people before they are either evicted or foreclosed, and to help them get up to whatever deficit they have in their rent payments or the mortgage payments. That we really needed that, and we really needed to get in control of this pandemic. And guess what? We're doing it. We're doing it. We still have to. We're not out of the woods yet. You know, it's like I'm working to lose weight. I hired a personal trainer, so I've dropped about 7 pounds. I got to go a lot more, but I can't say, okay, well, I lost weight, and now I'll go back to, eating my cookies and my cakes, have double plates of meals. I can't do that because I want to get down more. I'm not going to tell you how much more I want to get down, but oops, I want to get down more. All right. But there's love behind there. You see the word love? So I want to bring that down a lot more. So I can't stop, right? Whatever I'm doing, which is exercising. I haven't exercised that much this week with all the onboarding I did, and then I fell behind with my marketing. So I've been trying to do all of that, but I got to keep on going. I got to keep on doing it. Like my theme song, "Don't Stop Now." Right? You have to keep going. So the same thing with these masks and being social distanced and washing your hands. We have to still do it, even though the numbers are getting better. Because we could very easily go back to where we were, months ago. And we want businesses to open up again. We want people to go back to work. And this is all needed to get the economy really, really spinning. Okay? So please, I don't know if this is going out to Texas or Mississippi. Please still abide by the COVID-19 guidelines of wearing your mask, washing your hands, try to keep at least 6 feet apart. Okay. All right. So what else? I wanted to just do a little. So basically, I wanted to talk about my expectations of spring before I got into the meat of today's show. But again, what I just discussed is what I anticipate for the spring. If we, go along this path and don't stray off and get the vaccinations. I haven't gotten it yet because I'm not in that age group yet where you could get it right off the bat. I'm waiting. As soon as I'm able to go, I put myself on the list. I'm going to get it. But it's going to, President Joe said by May 1st, everybody be able to get it. I'm hoping I'll be able to get it before then, but I'm going to get it. So if you're able to get your shots, please do so. And as we get out of this pandemic, I see a lot of good things happening. And one thing is there will be more homes on the market because a lot of people are holding back from putting their house on the market because the fear of COVID-19. And basically, they don't want a lot of people walking through their house during this time. And they might be in an age group they're more vulnerable. They might have certain medical conditions that they have to be more careful about. So all of this goes into play, and they're keeping it off the market. I did a little poll on nextdoor.com, and 45% of the people said that they would put their house on the market in the next few months, and 55% said they want to wait a little bit more. So the 45% number was actually good. I would have liked it to be the 55%, but people still have concerns, okay? And if the numbers stay high, they're going down, but if they jump back up, then they're going to say, no, I'm going to wait before I put my house on the market. Even though I want to buy another house, I have a lot of equity in my house. I'm going to talk about that later, but they still want to wait, okay? So if we stay on course, we don't go off the course, 1,000 points of light. And by the way, I like George Bush Sr. We will be okay for the spring and summer, especially with the real estate industry. So what are we going to talk about today? And let me show my preview, and I'll fix my sign. Okay, and we're back. So what we're going to talk today about 5 reasons to sell your house this spring. And the articles on my blog, realestateWithMrG.blog, has a lot of articles, hopefully motivating sellers to put their house on the market. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up the article that was posted, and let's see, and I'm a little bit person here, and it's, oh, wait a minute, it's showing, I want to do the, that's actually the, I don't want to do that one, hold on. All right. I want to do this one, so let me go back here, we go here, and I I think I have to tell it to share again. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I think this is it. Okay. Yeah, this is the article here. All right. Okay. And let me hide my. Well, the first thing we're going to go, and I'll show you my captions. And reason number one, there's a high demand for home buyers. All right, and the ones that are on the market right now are good buys in the sense that they're qualified. They are not just filling out the market; they truly want to buy. I mean, if people are looking during a pandemic, it's people who truly have to move. They're not just going to, they're spending Sundays going to open houses and eating, cakes and cheeses that the agent put out. So they really are, you know, the true home buyers. And let's just move down here along this side. Okay. Recently announced that buyer showings are up 51.5% compared to last year. So there are many people out there looking at homes, and also demand for real estate remains elevated and continues to be affected by low levels of inventory. All right. Now it's a common economic definition when you have a low inventory and a high demand. What happens that prices shoot up, and that's what's happening right now. Prices are going up, so that is a good reason to, if you're ready to move, to put your house on the market, because you can get more money now for your sale than maybe, let's go from 6 months to 12 months ago, okay? Because these prices have gone up. So there's a strong demand from home buyers. And what comes to our second one, because the reason why there's a strong demand, because there aren't enough houses for sale. And again, it's that concern about people walking through the house during this pandemic. So purchaser demand is so high that the market is running out of available homes for sale, as reported in Realtor.com. These houses, and when they say houses are essentially selling as fast as they're hitting the market, in fact, the National Association of Realtors reports that the average house is on the market for 21 days. And it's probably from the point that, and a lot of them are going into contract the day they're going on the market. So the 21 days is basically up to the point where they've had the home inspection. If everything goes well with the home inspection, that contingency is off, and then you really just have to wait for the appraisal. Most buyer agents will not order the appraisal until we know the home inspection went well. Because why pay for an appraisal between $450 and $500, but you couldn't get past the home inspection? You could not get into agreement of what will be prepared or repaired by the seller. All right. So usually we hold off on the appraisal until we have a successful home inspection, meaning successful doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with the house. Successful means that we are all in agreement with repairs, if there are any. So actually at that point, when all contingencies are off, it's only a market for 21 days, and then it's going straight, it goes into a pending status, which is really when it's off market. And then usually about 7 days to 10 days after that point, you have the closing. Okay. So it's moving very, very fast. I had people in the last 2 weeks, they gave me like 12 homes to look up. They were all either in contract or already pending going to closing. Sometimes I think that some people are even foregoing the home inspection because it goes on the market, and especially if it's a condo, I see that they're waiting for the condo package to go out and for the buyer to read it. In a sense, that's also a contingency as well, because if the buyer is not satisfied or happy with the rules and regulations of the, I'll put myself over here a little bit. It says, oops, I didn't want to go all the way off there. I'm sorry. Okay. Since the buyer, after reading the condo packet, may not be in agreement with all the rules and regulations. I had one incident where the buyer, we finally had a ratified contract. The home inspection went well, but then she read the requirements of the condo, and she told me, Chris, I really can't live here. There's too many rules and regulations. So you actually have 3 days upon receipt of that condo packet or of that property owners association packet to read it and say, hey, I can't deal with this. And you rescind it, and you rescind the contract, and you get back your earnest money deposit. So I'm not even seeing home inspections. I'm seeing, with condos that they're just waiting to read the condo packet. So I have to ask around if a lot of people are foregoing home inspections right now because the market is so hot. I would not recommend that to my people who are listening out there. Do not forego the home inspection, because you might flick some lights on, you might try the water pressure, but there's a lot of things that the home inspector will find. And a lot of times it's not really big things. It's things that, if you don't want to bother the seller to repair, you could fix it. But so that you know what has to be fixed. So the home inspection is very, very important. Don't forego that. In fact, with one company I worked with, if the buyer did not go with a home inspection, we had them assign a form that's saying that they've made the decision not to do the home inspection because you don't want them to say, hey, I don't know this was broken, and you didn't tell me to have a home inspection. All of a sudden the air conditioning is not working or the heat is not working. That's not a good thing. All right. So that home inspection is really, really good. All right. Now they talk about reason 3. You have a lot of leverage in today's market. And really what they mean, and let's go back to the document. And okay. All right. What they mean by leverage is that it's really a seller's market. So you have buyers coming to you making their best offers. And you have that leverage because, if it doesn't work well with you, there aren't that many houses for them to also consider. So it does not mean that you ought to be not understanding, but let's say, they're asking for 3% of the purchase price to go to their closing costs. And you could say, no, that's too high. You could either say, I won't pay anything, or you could say, I'll give you 1.5%. So you have more leverage in the negotiation because there's not much for them to reconsider or to view other homes. Okay. So The NRR agents are reporting an average of 3.7 offers per house and an increase in bidding wars. As a seller, this means the ball is in your court so much so that you can use your leverage to negotiate the best possible contract. And of course, it's the best possible contract for you. So the prime example I would say is closing cost. All right. Or, if they ask for instance, to remove a rug from one of the bedrooms, you can say, no, you do it, So again, the ball is in your court. And the fourth reason we're going to move up to, it's a great way to use your home equity. And then what they're meaning with the higher cost or the higher value now of your home, right? Because we said home values are going up, all right? You have more equity in your house. So once you sell it, you can now look for that newer house, whether it's a bigger house or it's a more modernized house. You have more gained equity in your house to help pay for that new one. And it's very possible with the home equity that you have, and if you put down a larger down payment, your mortgage payment may be the same or even less. Okay? And number 5, it's a chance to find a home that meets your needs. And the reason why they're saying that is because with your larger equity, and once you sell the house, you're going to have more of a profit, correct? Well, now you have the freedom, like saying, gee, I always wanted a house with a in-ground pool. Well, now it's very possible with the more down payment you have to bring down your monthly mortgage costs, you may be able to do that. Okay, so that's actually number 5. It's a chance to find a home that meets your needs. Okay, so now you, because of your high equity, and like I said, you always want the house with an in-ground swimming pool, with a double garage. Well, now perhaps you'll be able to get it. So, I have to take a little sip of water. Excuse me. So, these are the reasons why it is a great time to sell. I honestly can't think of a better time to list a house, by the way. And, as a realtor, we always want people to put their house on the market. We always have a good reason to do it. Because, we want your house and we want to be able to sell it. But quite honestly, this is the time. This really, factually, this is the best time. I mean, unless you really have, you have concerns about COVID-19 and you got to wait, then you got to wait. Okay. But, if you feel confident that the numbers are going down, you feel confident that you and your family will be safe, I can't tell you, this is the time to put your house on the market. And what's going to happen once the economy gets better, and I think I could close this part out right now. I mean, once the economy gets better, the prices will start leveling off. I mean, may they come down a little bit? I don't know. All right. They may not. But they won't go up much higher, because now as more houses go on the market, there'll be more competition, and you can't have your house super high. I mean, it still has to appraise at that purchase price, but it's going to level off. And I have confidence, in America, that people will do the right thing, that we'll get through this. I mean, America has always gotten through these bad times, and we will. So Again, I don't think prices will go down, but I think they will level off probably by mid-spring, early summer. Again, if we follow the course, that's so important. I can't uh, reiterate that enough, because if we start, partying too much, hanging out too much, and getting sloppy with the mask and being very close to each other at restaurants, at bars, then we're going to get back to it, and then the economy is going to tank. So we're at this critical point. All right, we have to still go that path. All right, so what else do I have in store today? Well, I'm going to show you a little video and what good news I may have. All right, so I think this is the video here. So the new summer buyer's guide and seller guides are now available, and they're available on my website, on my blog site, and you'll see it below here, real estate with Mr. G.blog/resources materials. Okay. And actually, if you just go on the blog of real estate with Mr. G.blog, and you see the menu on the top, you'll see resource materials. And the guides are there, and you'll see the nice little pictures. You'll see the buying the home guide with the cute mom and daughter, okay? And then you will see the graphic of the selling your house with the cute little bird house there. And you could download them there free of charge, and it'll give you a good idea of how to, what to expect this spring with selling your homes. It's really up-to-date material. It's really good. So, so go to the website and do that. And then I had time to type in my Facebook page, and this is my new Facebook page, Real Estate with Mr. G. It's not .blog, though that still is there. I'm not deleting it. I'm trying to merge it, and Facebook is like saying it's not the same business. Well, it is the same business. I'm having a hard time. I may have to delete that one, but and nonetheless, I'm going to keep this one. This is the one that says that I'm an associate broker with eXp Realty. So if you can, I would really like it if you could come to my page, my business page in Facebook, and like it. That would mean a heck of a lot to me. It really, make me very happy. All right. So I'm hearing from my producer, and by the way, this is the end of the show. We talked about everything. I always like to keep everything about a half hour before you get really bored. And I hope you weren't bored. I hope I gave you good information. We'll meet again next Saturday at 7 p.m. I'm going to repeat this show next Saturday at 10 a.m. So trying to capture both the morning people and the evening people. But the 7 p.m. show will always be the newest show. All right, but I hear my my producer, Linda Patapkin. You said you found since we're talking about selling your home, and he said I think he found an old vintage film on preparing a home for real estate. Is that true, Leonard?
Chris. Great news. We were able to find an old vintage film from the archives of the Virginia Real Estate Association. Made in 1957. It is an educational film in black and white that teaches one how to prepare his or her home for sale. It has a lot of great tips. We will load the film up on our old projector and show. Enjoy.